Good morning, students. In that motion in one dimension and two dimensions corresponding to kinematics only we are covering, and in this one dimension some more points I have to discuss. I just go through the synopsis and problems linked to this one dimensional motion. A stone is dropped into the well, or sometimes they will give the bridge. The sound of splash, stone hitting the water, is heard after some time t2. The time taken for the stone to touch the water is t1, and sound coming out to the person is t2 from the water surface. They will ask you what is the depth, or sometimes they will ask you what is the speed of the sound. The relation is, for the stone, for freely falling cases, h equal to half g t1 square. T1 is the time taken for the stone to touch the water. And for the sound, well, the speed of the sound is nothing but equal simply distance by time, means h by t. That t time is t2. Total time is nothing but equal to t1 plus t2. Substitute these values into this, you will get the expression. Sometimes they will give you the values, and only with the symbols also question can be asked. Next one is, problem is, from the top of the tower of height h, a stone is projected down. Projected word means you are giving some initial velocity. Projected down with velocity u and touches the ground with velocity in time t1 with velocity v1. Another stone is projected vertically up. It goes with the same speed, goes up and comes down and touches the ground after time t2. Another case is a freely falling cases. One stone is dropped freely from the top of the building and touches the ground after time t. The relation between these times they will ask you, and velocities etc. also there. The remaining points you just go through the synopsis that notes I will give you. The time is nothing but equal to this time for the free fall equal to under root of t1 and t2. And velocity of touching height is same in all the cases. But for this, the displacement be equal to minus h. Of course, the no displacement is minus 1 in all the cases. The result is velocity is these two cases. Initial velocity is same, means whether going up or down. Initial velocity is same, means final velocity is also same. But in this case, velocity is different. This velocity v is less than v1 and v2. v1 equal to v2. Whenever the stone is projected from the top of the building and come back to the same height, the velocity is same u, but it is downwards. Next one is, from the top of the building or tower, one stone is dropped, another object or one wooden block is dropped, and bullet is fired from the bottom with the speed u. Top, for freely falling body, velocity is u prime equal to 0. For vertical projected body, velocity is equals to u. Then after time, what time they meet, they will ask you the question, repeatedly ask the question generally. The time of meeting is t is equals to h by u. If you want to calculate the distances travelled, for the free fall, x is nothing but equal to half gt square, ut plus half gt square. Falling cases, g is of course minus, but displacement is negative, only you will get downward direction. For the remaining height is h minus x. For this stone, what you get here is h minus x is equals to, for the speed is there, ut minus half gt square. Substituting these values, you will get the expression for the t and also x you can get. Next we are going to discuss is now two-dimensional motion. In the two-dimensional motion, x, y, z coordinates will change. It is a motion in a plane, we can call. One of the motion is projectile motion. Projectile is, what is a projectile is, any object projected into the air at some angle with respect to the ground, and it moves only under the effect of the gravity, is called as a projectile. Rocket is not a projectile as long as the fuel is present. After completion of the fuel, it can become a projectile. Angle of the projection means angle between the initial velocity u and horizontal. The theta must not be 9 degrees. Other than 9 degrees, we generally consider as a projectiles. Other name for the projectile is ballistics. Bullet firing into the air, releasing arrow, stone projected into the air, all the examples of the projectiles. If we project the object into the air, it's with some velocity u, this result into two components, ux equal to u cos theta and uy is equals to u sin theta along x axis and along the y axis. Neglecting air resistance, horizontal component ux equal to u cos theta remains constant throughout its journey. Even after touching the ground also, ux will be there, same value u cos theta. Due to that reason, the stone after falling on the ground try to roll forward direction. Particular vertical velocity becomes equal to 0. Horizontal direction, change in velocity is, because velocity is constant now, along horizontal direction change in velocity u delta ux is 0. Change in momentum also, mass to velocity is momentum, change in momentum is also 0. But vertical direction change in momentum is present, change in velocity is present. How much is? Same velocity while going up and coming down. Here neglecting air resistance, here uy means here becomes equal to minus uy. So final velocity is minus uy, initial velocity is uy, final minus initial is minus uy minus 2uy, delta uy equal to minus 2uy it becomes. Momentum means minus 2m uy. So their change in momentum is not 0 in the vertical direction, but it is 0 in the horizontal directions. Change in momentum problem also they will ask you. Next, the path of the projectile is parabola, and the time taken to reach maximum height is nothing but equal to time of ascent. At the maximum height, vertical velocity is equals to v by 0, and it has only horizontal velocity. In the case of the vertical projected stone, at the highest point vertical velocity is 0, but in this case it has a velocity. For the vertical projected body, total velocity is 0 at the highest point. There is no horizontal velocity, but here we have the vertical velocity and also horizontal velocities. At the highest point only vertical velocity 0, but horizontal velocity remains constant throughout its journey, that is equals to ux u cos theta. At the highest point, what is the angle with the acceleration and velocity means 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Acceleration due to gravity g is downwards, and velocity is horizontal direction at the highest point. Vy is 0 at the highest point. And initial cases, if you take in this in the vector form ux uy, you can take it as ux equal to u bar equal to uxa plus uyj. I is along the x axis, y is along the j is along the y axis. Ux is u cos theta, uy is u sin theta. So wherever the term is used as u sin theta, u cos theta, you can replace with ux and uys. Next is, if you want to tan theta also, from this you can get tan theta equal to uy by ux, sin theta by cos theta. Uy by ux is tan theta, and u square equal to ux square plus uy square magnitude. Next, path relationship what you get for this projectile is y equal to tan theta x minus g by 2 u square cos square theta into x square. For this horizontal distance, x equal to u cos theta into t. T is called the time of flight, time taken to go up and come down. The time of flight formula is nothing but equal to 2u sin theta by g. So substituting this t value into this, you will get this expression by relation. Oh sorry, 1 minute. Y is equals to ut minus half gt square. Sorry, not total time of flight, we can take only for any position. X equal to u cos theta into time t, and y is equals to ut minus half gt square. Substitute the value of the t into this expression from the first equation in terms of x, you will get the relation y equal to tan theta x minus g x square by 2 u square cos square theta. Here x and x variables, theta constant, u constant, g constant, and you can write this expression in terms of the constants as tan theta is nothing but equal to a. This whole bracket part becomes equal to b, ax minus bx, which is the equation of parabola. Time of ascent, time taken to reach the maximum height is time of ascent equal to u sin theta by g, vy equal to 0, and u sin theta you can replace with uy by g. And time of flight is time taken to go up and come down, neglecting a resistance, time taken same, but to go up and time come down means time of ascent equal to time of descent, that is double to this time of ascent, 2u sin theta by g or 2y by g. Maximum height reached is nothing but equal to u square sin square theta by 2g, uy square by 2g. And in terms of this constant, you have to remember this relation also, widely asked. Y is h maximum can be also written as equals to this constant, means a is tan theta square by 4 times b, this part. Next, range is nothing but equal to horizontal distance covered when that just before touching the projectile, just before touching the ground is called the range, horizontal range, which is equals to u square sin theta cos theta by g. This can be written as 2 sin theta cos theta can be written as sin 2 theta. So this equation becomes equal to u square sin theta by g. It only depends on this velocities theta and g's, and g decreases, g is constant for the earth generally, but if g changes, range changes. If g increases, r decreases. For the earth, g is maximum at the poles and minimum at the equator, and the moon, g moon equal to g earth by 6, g moon equal to g earth by 6. And range in terms of this ux uy, they will give you the equation part, from that you must be able to write this h maximum and range, time of ascent, etc. So we can write this as sin theta cos theta, u square you can write as u sin theta, u cos theta. So ux uy into 2 by g, which is also equal to a by b from these expressions. Next, when you get the range maximum, is theta equal to 45 degrees. For theta equal to 45 degrees, you will get a maximum range, means maximum distance you can throw the stone or any projectile. But maximum range is nothing but equal to u square by g, because theta is 45, sin 2 theta is 1, sin 90 you will get, sin 90 is 1. So u square by g. R maximum depends only on the initial velocity and g. And the people who are in athletics, they run to gain the momentum. Momentum means mass into velocity, means getting the inertia of motion. and more velocity if they have, more range it's possible to throw the object, and they have to throw at 45 degrees neglecting air resistance for the short puts. Javelin, because the long length air resistance will be different, and if air resistance is there, same still parabolic path it takes, but it takes the less range. With the air, the range is less and compressed parabola you will get. Height is also less. Next is the relation between the range and maximum height. Range and maximum height relation is 4h equal to r tan theta. When theta is 45 degrees if you have taken for the maximum range, then tan 45 is 1, 4h equal to r. R is r maximum it becomes. And if r equal to h means that theta is supposed to be equal to r equal to h. This cancels. That means tan theta equal to 4. That is for 75 degrees approximately. Next, complementary angles. They are the angles for which the range is same. The angles are theta or 90 minus theta. If one is 30 degrees, the range you get some value. Again, for 90 minus 30 means 60 degrees, you will get the same range. What is different is time height, maximum height is different, time of flight is different, but range is equal. And these two alleys lie in between the 45 degrees. So we can also take that range is same for theta, any angles plus 45 or plus or minus 45 degrees. For any angles, that also you will get, you should not cross 90 please. If you cross 90, up to 90 you should not take. If it less than 90 only we take the projectiles. 90 means vertical projected body. If more than 90 means again projectile, it's other side direction you will get. For the same u combinations you are checking up this. This is going to be theta, means this is up to 90 minus theta. If this is theta, this is 90 minus theta. And this corresponding to in maximum range, that is 45 degrees. Means other than 45 degrees range is less than that r maximum only. Next, after time t seconds, what is final velocity is after time t seconds. If the final velocity v is positive, still it is going up. V is negative means coming down. V is 0 means at the highest point it is, that is the Vy is vertical velocity. What is the formula for the Vy is equals to Vy equal to Uy minus Gt, vertical directions. And horizontal direction velocity is constant. Vx is equal to Ux, but after time t seconds, resultant velocity is along the tangent to the parabolic path, then resolved into components, horizontal and vertical components, and the tangent makes angle alpha with respect to horizontal. So Vx equal to Ux or u cos theta, that should remain constant throughout the journey, and Vy equal to Uy minus Gt, vertical directions, and this resultant V equal to Vx square plus Vy square, or we can take tan alpha is equals to Vy by Vx, and that relation they will ask generally most of the cases is this final and initial velocities until theta and alpha, this relationship. You can take this or this. V cos alpha, Vx equal to Ux, Vx is nothing but equal to V cos alpha. Alpha is the angle made by the resultant velocity with the horizontal at any point of its path, projectile path. Alpha is theta, initial position. Alpha is 0, this alpha becomes 0 at the highest point. Alpha is variable, theta is fixed. So Vx equal to V cos alpha, Ux is U cos theta. V we want. So cos alpha go to the left downwards, 1 by cos is secant alpha. U cos theta, secant alpha they may ask, like this also they may ask. Vy and resultant velocity V, final velocity is under root of Vx square plus Vy square, and tan alpha equal to Vy by Vx. Vy equal to Uy minus Gt, they will give the time means you must be able to find out a final vertical velocity. This is the resultant velocity. Horizontal is constant. Next they will ask you the questions related to the kinetic energies. Initial kinetic energy is equals to half m u square. U is the initial velocity, half m u square initial kinetic energy. They will ask you what is the kinetic energy at the highest point. At the highest point it has only horizontal component. So at the highest kinetic energy at maximum height is the maximum height. At maximum height kinetic energy is equals to half m u square into cos square, half m into ux square. Ux square is u cos theta whole square. So u square cos square theta is at maximum height. But half m u square is initial kinetic energy. So initial kinetic energy into cos square theta is the formula. In the case of the gun firing or bomb explodes, the pieces fly in multiple directions or bullets are fired in multiple directions randomly have taken also that fall in different directions, but the maximum range possible is only 45 degrees. This is called a safe distance. If you are going outside the safe distance, there is no harmful for that. So that depends on the initial velocities related to the maximum height. It depends only on the initial velocity, and G is constant approximately 9.8 meter per second square, and at the Earth's surface average value. So range depends on the velocities. More velocity, more range. Then they may ask to range, or they may ask area, safe area around these explosive places or firing places. Police firing practice ground area. is also equal to pi, and area is nothing but equal to pi into r square around the circle you have to take. This r is r maximum distance, that theta equal to 45 degrees. No object goes, projectile or bullet goes beyond that distance. Next is horizontal projection. If you take the horizontal projection, you are throwing the stone or any object horizontally from the top of the building. U equal to ux, initial vertical velocity is 0. This is the horizontal range we take. This is a h equal to vertical distance, this is going to be x distance. This also takes parabolic path, it is just half of this previous projectile motion. From here onwards we are considering, and generally aeroplane traveling horizontal to the ground, dropping some packets, food packets or any objects, they don't fall there only, they will take some distance, parabolic path, and falls at some other distance. This is A, this is a B point. If you drop any object here from the aeroplane moving horizontally, the dropped object fall here, not here. That is the horizontal distance. X equal to time of falling is t if you have taken, then x equal to horizontal direction, acceleration is 0. In the vertical direction, in this case acceleration is only ay is equals to minus g, ax equal to 0. So equation of motion you can consider for using this relationship, but vertical direction only g is present, which is downwards. Horizontal direction there is no acceleration, neglecting a resistance. X equal to ut plus half a t square, but a is 0 in the horizontal direction, therefore we take it as x equal to u into ux is u into time taken. T is equals to x by u. And vertical distance travelled y while falling downwards is equals to uit. Ui is 0 here. Vertical velocity is not there, it's just like a freely falling body. U equal to 0. So just horizontal projection is similar to the freely falling body. Y is equals to half gt square. Putting the value here t, you will get y is equals to half g into t square means x square by u square. This is a parabola, half of the previous equation you will get. Downward directions means negative expression actually. Next is the range relation. If you take range equal to horizontal velocity into time. Time substitute from here is equals to, range itself is x, r equal to horizontal velocity into time. This t you can take from here to here, now we are substituting in reverse. T equal to 2y by g under root. So you can write as u into under root of 2h by g. Y itself is h, is a range relationship. After what time that falls and what is the horizontal distance covered. These are the things they generally ask for this horizontal projectiles. And if a stone is dropped and horizontal projected one stone or fired bullet, both will touch the ground after same time, because initial velocity is same, h is also same, but only thing is difference is radius is different and final velocity is different. Here velocity is v1, here velocity is v2 is greater than v1. Why? Because it's only the vertical velocity is there, here both velocities are there, resultant velocity you have to calculate. Next we work out some numericals. And okay, one more thing, from this top of the building, if a stone is projected downwards, this is horizontal, upward direction you can throw, downward direction you can throw, you have to consider the angles with respect to the horizontal, that is the angles of projection, and with the same principles we need to consider. But that part is not there for the NEET and CET. I will discuss those only for the JEE purposes later. Next problem, 164th. Bomb explodes into several pieces. Maximum velocity of any one piece. Pieces will have the different velocities. The particle with the maximum velocity we are taking has a 20 meter per second. What is the dangerous distance, or they may say what is the safe distance? Means after this distance that is safe. Below the distance it is dangerous. So what is the distance is nothing but equal to r maximum. R maximum you have to consider for the angle of projection 45 degrees. The pieces travel in multiple directions. The particle which is traveling at 45 degrees can only reach the maximum range. So further particle, if you take, remaining particle fall below that range only. Remaining particle will be here only. So maximum distance is nothing but equal to, or maximum range is at 45 degrees equal to u square by g. U is initial velocity 20, 20 into 20 by g is given for in the problem 10. If g is not given, you have to be careful. Sometimes they will take it as a 10 without mentioning also. otherwise 9.8 you need to take, but check up that carefully. U square by G will be giving you the value as 40 meters. That is a safe distance. Area means pi r square you have to take. If they ask you area equal to pi into r maximum square, that is a safe area. After this, more than this area is safe area. More than this distance is a safe distance. Next, this 308, this question was multiple times asked. Even for the AEEE JEE also can be asked. So grasshopper can jump to maximum range of 0.3 meters. It is hops and jumps. Find the horizontal component of the velocity. So here maximum range they mentioned means theta is supposed to be equal to 45 degrees. This is the theta. Theta is 45 degrees. Range is maximum. Theta 45 degrees, range maximum is U square by G. Value is given as 0.3 meters. And units you have to be careful. What units given, that are you to take, that you have to take, 30 centimeters it will be. U square by G, U square terms you have to calculate. Here U becomes equal to root 3. This U square equal to 0.3 into G. G is given for us 10. So U square equal to 0.3 into 10, that is 3 you will get. U square is 3 means U equal to root 3 you will get. You have. So horizontal velocity is what? Horizontal component of the velocity is U cos theta. It is two velocities, horizontal and vertical. Horizontal velocities remain constant, which is supposed to be equal to U cos theta. They will give the framing the question. It's not spending much time on the ground. That is not required for us. U cos theta, which is equals to U is root 3 into cos theta. Theta is 45 degrees. Cos 45. You have to take root 3 into cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. This is root 3 into cos 45 is 1 by root 2, which is result is root 3 by 2. Whole root you will get. So Ux equal to root of 3 by 2 under root 1.5. Next 319th projectile, question number 319. You are given in terms of the vector notation, velocity, initial velocity U equal to 4i plus 3j. So this is supposed to be Ux, this is supposed to be Uy. Ux is U cos theta, Uy is U sin theta. So here Ux equal to U cos theta, value is 4, and Uy is equals to U sin theta is nothing but equal to 3 units it is. Directly you must be able to take it from the given data. 4i plus 3j is Ux and Uy, and they are asked to find out what is the maximum height. G is given as a 10. H maximum equal to U square sin square theta by 2g, which is nothing but equal to U sin theta by 2g, which is supposed to be Uy. Uy square by 2g it is. Uy is 3. So 3 square by 2 into g is 10. 20 it is. 9 by 20. 9 by 20 is 0.9 by 2 is 0.45 meters is maximum height reached. From this you can find out a range and time of ascent, time of flight, all that only with this formula, with the given data 4i plus 3j. Next 309 question number. This theta angle of projection is given as 6 degrees initial velocities. At initial velocity making angle with the horizontally 6 degrees, and after some time t seconds, phi v is the final velocity, and which makes angle alpha with the horizontal after time t. What is the time t they asked, and alpha with the horizontal is given is equals to 30 degrees. Alpha equal to 30 degrees they gave you after time t seconds. What is the time you have to find out? After time t, velocity is inclined here, alpha changes from theta to maximum height 0. So v is the final velocity after time t, which is along the tangent, makes result in two components, vx and vy. Vx is nothing but equal to ux because horizontal component remains constant. From that relation you will get the expression for v. Vx equal to ux, horizontally constant. So Vx is supposed to be in terms of the given as alpha, V cos alpha, this is U cos theta. Theta is 60, alpha is 30, substitute the values. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2, cos 60 is half. 2 cancels, you will get the V equal to U by root 3. We need it later. Next, vertical component if you taken, Vy equal to Uy minus gt. Vertical motion means acceleration to gravity, Ay is horizontal downward, vertical downwards, Ay equal to minus j. So Vy equal to Uy minus Ay into t plus Ay into t. Ay is nothing but equal to minus j, downward directions. So V equal to Uy minus Gt. Uy is U sin theta minus gt. From this Vy equal to V sin alpha, vertical component. Vy is equals to V sin alpha, and Uy is equals to U sin theta minus gt. Only vertical component you are taking. This is uy, this is a vy, this is ux, this is a vx. Sin 30 is half, sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So u root 3 by 2, this is v by 2. gt take it to the left side and this one come to the right side. But we have to take it from the previous relation, v equal to u by root 3. This is u by 2 root 3 is equals to u root 3 by 2 minus gt. gt take it to the left side, gt equal to, this will come to the right side, u root 3 by 2 minus u by 2 root 3. Manipulation will give the result as u by g root 3. Next, 326 question number. Theta equal to 45 degrees. Angular projection is given as 45 degrees and mass of the projectile is m, initial velocity is u. After some time t, the object is reaching the maximum height. At the maximum height, vy equal to 0, but it has horizontal velocity ux equal to u cos theta. At that maximum height, they are asked to find out what is the angular momentum. Sometimes they ask even the torque also. What is the angular momentum? Angular momentum is mvr sin theta we can take, but that is r sin theta is taken nothing but equal to perpendicular distance to the angular momentum from the axis of rotation. Object is actually not rotating it, but at any instant of time we imagine that it is trying to rotate. So this is taken as a axis of rotation. At that instant, it is, you can say that it is trying to rotate like this, we have to imagine. So velocity is in the direction trying to rotate. Anywhere we have to take in that same position, that angular momentum is nothing but equal to linear momentum into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance from the origin or axis of rotation, imaginary axis of rotation we can take, that is the initial position. What is the distance from perpendicular distance to the angular momentum is this value. That value is nothing but equal to perpendicular distance is nothing but equal to h maximum. So mux horizontal velocity into perpendicular distance to the momentum. Momentum is mass into velocity. So perpendicular distance is nothing but equal to h maximum. Mux means mu cos theta into h maximum. H maximum is u square sin square theta by 2g. But theta is given as 45 degrees. Substitute the values here. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So mu into u is mu cube by 2g. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2, but square is there, no, you will get 1 by 2. 2 root 2, you will get as 2 into 2 is 4 root 2 g, mu cube you will get. Mu cube by 4 root 2 g. Next, same thing they may ask in terms of torque also. What is the torque at that instant? They will ask you. What is the torque is? Torque is nothing but equal to force into perpendicular distance. What is the force of the projectile is? Weight only. That is mg. So torque at a maximum height they may ask. Torque is nothing but equal to force into perpendicular distance. What is the force? Mg. What is the perpendicular distance to the force? Perpendicular distance to the force is this r by 2. R is the range, half of the range you have to take. So perpendicular distance, this is mg acting downwards, perpendicular distance is r by 2. Perpendicular distance is r by 2, mg into r by 2. What r is the range? Range is theta equal to 45 degrees, range is maximum. Maximum is u square by g. So the result is mg into r by 2 into r is nothing but equal to u square by mg into by 2 into range. Range is equals to u square by g for maximum range. U square by g cancels. So what you get is mu square by 2. Next problem, 333 question number. Projectile trajectory means path. The equation is given y equal to 10x minus 5 by 9 x square meters. Units also same units you need to follow the result. H maximum you are asked to find out. This is the expression y is equals to tan theta x minus g x square by 2 square u square cos theta or y equal to ax minus bx square. That means a is supposed to be equal to 10 and b is supposed to be equal to 5 by 9. You can take directly from this relation. If you don't remember this relation, you have to remember this equation, because only equations with symbols also they may ask you. You have to remember this equation and equivalent equation you have to take it. Ax minus bx square. What is a and b you have to check up. And h maximum they ask. H maximum equal to, if you don't remember this a square by 4b relation, then you have to take the relation from this h equal to u square sin square theta by 2. Tan theta is nothing but equal to sin theta by cos theta. So h maximum equal to u square sin square theta by 2g formula. We have to take it from this. You have to take the expression for u and sin theta comparisons you have to take. The tan theta is 10, g by 2 square cos square equal to 5 by h. Next, h maximum, if you remember direct formula I am telling, u square a square by 4b. This is a square by 4b. A is nothing but equal to 10 and b is nothing but equal to 5 by 9. So 10 square by 4 into 5 by 9. 9 go to the numerator. This is 100. 100 into 9 by 4. 100 into 9 by 5 into 4 is 20. The result is 2 5s are 5 9s are 45 meters is the maximum height reached. Sometimes they ask the range means range is nothing but equal to this extra one. Range is nothing but equal to A by B. A is 10, B is 5 by 9. A by 5 by 9. 9 go to the number 90 by 5 means 80 meters is the range. Next 337 question number. X is equals to 60 given, y equal to 8t minus 4.9 t square is given. That is in the form of x equal to ux into t, y equal to uyt, all vertical components. Uyt minus a plus ay into t square. Ay is equals to minus 9.8. By 2 comes, no, then in that case minus half gt square. So we will get it as a 4.9. 9.8 by 2 is 4.9. This uyt is 80. These expressions you have to take the comparisons. So ux is equals to 6 or u cos theta equal to 6 and uy is nothing but equal to, from the comparisons, uy is equals to u sin theta is supposed to be equal to 8. So we will get the relation ux equal to u cos theta is 6, comparing the equations uy equal to 8. So we are asked to find out the theta and also u. Theta means sin theta by cos theta. You can take this u cancel, sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. Tan theta is equals to 8 by 6. 8 by 6 is equals to 4 by 3. Means theta is equals to tan inverse 4 by 3. Exact figure details angles not required actually, but in case if you required, you know this 3 4 5 triangle or 6 8 10 triangle. What you get the relation is tan theta is equals to 4 by 3. If you get theta is more than 45 degrees, that is 53. Other angle is 37. If you get 3 by 4, the angle is 37 degrees. Next you have to find out initial velocity. Initial velocity you are expressed in terms of the ux and uy. Ux you know, uy you know. Resultant magnitude is nothing but equal to x square plus uy square, which is equals to u under root of ux square is 6 square plus 8 square, which is equals to 100. You will get under root, which is equal to 10. Next 355 question number. Range r equal to 4 root 3 is given times h maximum they mentioned. What is the angle of projection they asked? The relation between the range and maximum height for the projectile. Range and maximum height is r is equals to h maximum 4 times h max is equal to r tan theta, but you are substitute the values of r equal to 4 root 3 times h maximum. H maximum cancels, 4 cancels, tan theta equal to 1 by root 3 means theta equal to 30 degrees. Sometimes the angles may mentioned in terms of the pi given means radians, pi by 6 radians, 2 pi degrees, 2 pi radians equal to 36 degrees. Next 362. 362, this is for the horizontal projection problem. G 9.8 given, 2 paper plates are kept parallel to each other and bullet is fired horizontally, and it makes holes in the A, and as it moves forward direction the acceleration to gravity G pulls it downwards, attraction of the earth, and it falls by some vertical height equal to 10 centimeters. And distance between the 2 plates is nothing but equal to 100 meters they mentioned, and again makes the hole in B at some vertical distance from A hole is 10 centimeters down. So this distance is nothing but equal to y, that is 10 centimeters. It is just like a horizontal projection. X equal to ut, y equal to half gt square. Formula you have to take. Horizontal velocity is u, we have to find out. This is the velocity of the bullet at A, we need to find out. Y equal to vertical velocity is 0, so y equal to ut minus half gt square becomes equal to half gt square only, minus not required because vertical motion we are taking here. T is substitute here. You can substitute from t here to here or here to here. You just get the expression relation between the u and x and y in terms of u. T you have to eliminate, however. The x equal to u into t. From this t is nothing but equal to t is 2u by g under root you will get 2u by g under root is t. Substitution of this you will get x equal to u under root 2y by g. Y is nothing but equal to 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters means 0.1 meters. 0.1 meters by g is 9.8 they have given. Cancel this decimal, you will get as 98. 2 by 99. 98 is by 2 is 49 it is. Root 40 by 9 is 7. So 100 is equals to u you have to find out. U is equals to, you will get the relation as 100 equal to u into 1 by 7. So u equal to 700 meter per second is the velocity of the bullet. Next, question number 33, question number 366. Velocity at A. This is a ball rolling on the steps. When it is rolling forward directions, after reaching to this edge, it falls out. It falls on the nth step. Each step height is h. Each step height is h. Each step width is w. Then after nth step it is falling. That n you have to find out. When it falls on the nth step, the horizontal distance is nothing but equal to x into horizontal width of each step, and vertical total distance is nothing but equal to y equal to that number of steps into height of each step. N is the number of steps you have taken. Steps, ball falls. You only mention roll ball falls on the nth step. So rolling ball falls on nth step. That n equal to how much you have to find out. Vertical distance y equal to n into h. Horizontal distance x is nothing but equal to n into w. You can take here, or it is falling here. You can take like this. From edge means actually you have to take from here to here. So I am eliminating here means you can take here. From the edge it is falling. So you can take it as x up to this. Yeah, this distance where it is falling is not much important for us. Small variation. X equal to nw, y equal to nh, and similar relation like horizontal projection you have to take. X equal to ut, y equal to half gt square. T eliminate here. I am putting t value from here to here. T equal to x by u. So x square by u square you will get y equal to nh, and x is nothing but equal to nw. In terms of the u you will get equal to g by 2 nh, y is equals to nh g by 2 into x square by u square. X square is nothing but equal to n square w square by u square. So one n cancels, the result is only one you need to find out. This n you have to find out. So n is equals to h2 h into u square by g into w square is the form. More velocity, more is the number of steps. 2h by g w square into u square. Next, this 161th question. Projectile is having a maximum range of 60 meters. A person is able to throw the object maximum distance equal to 60 meters. Maximum vertical distance, horizontal distance given means theta equal to 45 degrees you have to take. That is 60 meters. What is the vertical height he can throw it? If the person is throwing vertically up, say the same velocity is able to throw. Same person means same initial velocity to take. Then maximum vertical height is means angle of projection is 9 degrees. Here angle of projection is 45 degrees. H maximum equal to R maximum by 2. We can throw only half of the maximum range. Here it is 60 means the range vertical height will be 30 meters. Next question 386, it is a graph problem. Displacement, a time graph is given. As the time is increased, displacement increased up to 40 meters and then decreased. The total time is 6 seconds. The question is find the velocities for the first 2 seconds and remaining 4 seconds, not total, remaining 4 seconds, 2 to 4, 6, total gap is 4 seconds, this is 2 seconds. What is the velocity here? What is the velocity here? Displacement time graph, careful with the terms that slope of the displacement time and distance time. If they give the distance is always positive, always increases, no decreasing, but displacement can increase, decrease, it can be negative also, negative side also you can take. Negative means you take the resultant as minus. And slope of the displacement time graph, slope is nothing but equal to y-axis by x-axis value. So if they ask area, you have to multiply x quantity into y quantity. If the triangles get means area, you have to find out means half into base into height if it is a triangles. But here is the slope is required. Slope is nothing but equal to tan theta. Tan theta is here first surface, first line I am taking is equals to slope inclination with respect to horizontal. Tan theta 1 I am taking is equals to, this is the basic formula, tan theta equal to x by t. y axis values by x axis values you have to take. Slope equal to tan theta equal to y by x or dy by dx or delta y by delta x we can take. Y axis components by x axis components we have to take. Tan theta is equals to, here y value is x displacement and y x component is nothing but equal to time t, x by t is velocity, displacement time is velocity. So what you get, the first case is for up to 2 seconds, if you have taken t1 equal to 2 seconds, 0 to 2 seconds term from the graph, v1 is equals to, this is x relation is 40 maximum relation by time is 2, which is equals to 20 meters per second. Same units what is given for the displacement, you have to use the same units here. If centimeter means centimeters you have to take, so many units. Next 2 to 6 time interval is, time and gap is 4 seconds. Then again tan theta is equals to, the displacement is decreasing here and velocity is nothing but equal to 40 by 4. Velocity is nothing but equal to 40 by 4. Displacement by time is equals to 10 meters per second, and they ask the ratio of the timings, ratio of the velocities they asked. Find the ratio of the magnitude of the velocities in the first 2 seconds and next 4 seconds. It means v1 by v2 is equals to how much? v1 is 20, v2 is 10. The result is 2:1. If the displacement is, these are positive directions. If they are given the negative sign, means these are negative displacements. Downwards is negative displacement. Next 418 question number, x equal to at square, y equal to bt square is given, magnitude of the velocity you have to find out after t seconds. Vx along the x axis, Vx is nothing but equal to differentiate x with respect to time, dx by dt, which is equals to 2at you will get, and differentiation of y with respect to time you will get the velocity on the y axis, Vy is equals to dy by dt is equals to 2bt you will get. Vector relation what you take is v equal to vxi plus vyj, and magnitude is nothing but equal to under root of vx square plus vy square. What is vx is 2at square plus 2bt square. 2at square equal to 4a square t square, 4b square t square. A and b some different ones, 4t square is common, you can take it out, that becomes equal to 2t under root of a square b square is the answer for this. Next graphs, when you are plotting the graphs between the distance and time, distance always plus, it is not no decrease, only increasing time. If you are getting a displacement, it can be plus increasing, it can be decreasing, and it can increase or decrease or plus or minus, or it can be 0 also. So if you are going like this, it may be given like this also. When you are throwing the object upwards, and the gravity motions if you have taken, object is going upward directions, displacement is positive, while coming downward displacement is negative. So if falling objects graphs if you have taken under g values, if the acceleration to gravity and time g is constant, then but it is negative. Negative means if they ask for the objects moving under gravity, moving upwards or downwards or projectile motions, g is constant, the a equal to minus g, so this is going to be minus g. 9.8 is the graph x and y. This is the acceleration you are taking on y axis, time you are taking on the x axis, remains constant with time. If the object is at rest, then the distance or displacement remains constant with time. Time keeps on changing, or time will never be decreasing, time will never be negative also. So in any graphs, if you are taking the graph like this, that is wrong, because time should not decrease, values should not decrease. Different points you have taken means the time should increase only, it should not decrease. So you can take the graph like this or like this, but not backward directions for the time axis. If you have taken the displacement time, just now we discussed, no, displacement time ratio, that slope will give velocity. If the distance time graph given means the slope will give the speed. Similarly, if you take the velocity time graphs if you have taken, and speed time graph you have taken, speed and velocities, VT graphs, symbols will be the same for the speed and velocity, time. If velocity is constant with time, you should take it like this. Displacement constant means object is at rest. Distance constant means object is at rest. If the displacement constant means velocity is constant means acceleration is 0 graph it is. So velocity is constant with time, time increases. This is a speed constant, velocity constant means this is the graph you have to take. Speed can be increasing, decreasing, and speed is always positive, but velocity is again can increase, can decrease, But average velocity if you have taken, it can be 0 and it can be negative also, directions depending on that. Next, graphs if it is given like this. V is proportional to t. V equal to u plus at. When u is 0, then only you will get the V is proportional to t. U equal to 0. So object starting from rest. What is the ratio this slope will give? Theta. Tan theta is nothing but equal to this is y v, and this is going to be t. This final value is u, this v, and initial value u equal to 0. You may be given graph like this, or the graph may start from like this also. Similar condition for the slope. This if it start from here, this is going to be the initial velocity u. This is going to be the final velocity v. U 0 you have taken. When u is 0, v equal to at you will get. V equal to proportional to t. It's a straight line equation. From the equations also you must be able to plot you have to identify the nature of the graphs. It's a straight line equation means you have to get the straight line graph, and u is 0 directly proportional means the straight line must pass through the origin in this case. If u is not 0 means you will get the intercept point on the velocity axis. When t equal to 0 you will get the initial values. Next is the slope if you want calculating, in this case equal to, if you take this graph v by t it is. Actually that is nothing but equal, if you take u not 0, you are taking u, then you will get a graph, this is v, this is u. So this part becomes equal to v minus u, and this part is time. So slope is nothing but equal to v minus u by t. Change in velocity by time is nothing but equal to acceleration. So slope is tan theta is nothing but equal to acceleration. If u is 0 only, you will get a equal to v by t, otherwise you will not get v by t. Change in velocity compulsory required. Next, area if you want to take area. Area of velocity time graph. Next, slope of the velocity time graph gives the displacement. Slope of the distance, speed and time graph gives the distance covered. Next, velocity time graph, in discussing area if you want to take, area is nothing but equal to, when you ask the area, you have to multiply y-axis quantity with x-axis quantity. Y-axis quantity is velocity and x-axis quantity is t. That means area becomes equal to displacement you will get. Slope will give the acceleration and area will give the displacement. Displacement for velocity time graph, distance for speed time graphs. If the object is projected up into upward directions motions velocities are positive, but as it goes up the velocity goes on decreasing. So I am taking the velocity time graph. As it is going upwards, velocity goes on decreasing. This is the initial velocity, you are projecting it upward directions. It goes up, at the highest point velocity is 0, I am taking v1 equal to 0, initial velocity is u, and again it falls backwards. When it touching the ground, reaching your hand, again its velocity is same values below, but it is the opposite direction is the final velocity. So initially it is going upwards positive, downwards is negative, highest point velocity is 0. So velocity goes on decreasing, and straight line is means slope is constant. Slope here is nothing, velocity time graph slope is nothing but equal to acceleration, a equal to minus g. Negative slope is graph downwards means negative slope, upwards means positive slope. Velocity goes on decreasing, and here the velocity is 0. 0 means this is 0. Object is at height, maximum height. After that, velocity direction is reversal. This is a positive direction, upward directions. This is a downward directions, and then it are turning backward directions. And this part equal to this part, you will get the relation, same positions. After receiving this velocity will be the same. So this point is at the maximum height. If the object is thrown downwards, or dropped downwards, if the drop down means free fall, u is 0, released. U is 0 means this is velocity graphs positive and this is going to be minus. Then initial velocity is 0, the object falls downwards. This is a negative graph, you will get downward directions, and you can take the slope and areas from these graphs. If u is not 0, some initial velocity is there, then this is u value to take. From here to here is u, which is projected downwards. You are throwing it down from the top of the building. These are the graphs. And if you are given a graph like this, like generally lift moving up, first it is accelerating, velocity time graph. Thereafter velocity remains a constant. Velocity increases, and travels with uniform velocity and then decreases. This is the acceleration you will have. Acceleration A is positive, here A is negative, and here in this place velocity is maximum velocity, at this place acceleration is 0. And displacements, what you get is from here to here the displacement is S1, S2, S3. What is the total displacement means? S1 plus S2 plus S3. For this, half into base into height is the area you have to take. For this, area equal to length into breadth means T. This is time interval you have to take into this V. For this again, half into base into height. Negative slope means retardation it is. Acceleration, uniform velocity, retardation. Any vehicles if you start, first you will increase the speed from rest, thereafter traveling uniform velocity and then decrease. You may be given the graph not uniform velocity, just increased and decreased also given. The synopsis points are given here. Acceleration is alpha and retardation is a beta. Then distance traveled, what is the maximum velocity? V equal to U plus AT. In this case, you take the acceleration, resultant acceleration expression in terms of alpha beta by alpha plus beta is a resultant you have to take, and displacement maximum height relations you can take from that relation. Those hints are given in the material. Please go through that material. And with this, I am stopping this topic. One more thing I forgot. I will discuss that in the next class. For the JE purpose only, if you are given on the inclined plane, projectile motion on the inclined plane, that I forgot to tell. If you are given the inclined planes, this is a theta. If you are projecting the object, the acceleration is actually acting downward direction. This is G. This acceleration is resolved into two components. One, now this one you take it as x-axis, vertical that you take it as a y-axis. Along this axis we take it as a ax, and this is nothing but equal to ay. If you are throwing the object downwards like this on the inclined surface, with respect to vertical the angle, this is theta, this is theta, this is also theta. Then this G resolved into components, this is also theta. Ay equal to G cos theta. This remaining perpendicular component becomes equal to G sin theta. If you are throwing upwards, previously for the projectile motion we didn't take a horizontal acceleration. This Ax equal to 0, Ay equal to minus G acting downward directions for the general horizontal level grounds. But inclined surface you have to get the accelerations along the x-axis also, y-axis also. Both are under retardation only you will get. If you are throwing it upward directions, acceleration is under retardation, means wherever A comes, no, you take it as a minus terms. Minus G sin theta, this is going to be minus G cos theta if you are throwing it upward directions. If you are throwing it downward directions, Gc sin theta, G cos theta, this is going to be G sin theta. This is the vertical direction, that is nothing but equal to A y, this is going to be Ax, is G sin theta in this direction. If you are throwing it down, positive. If you are throwing it up, negative. But you have the accelerations along the x-axis also, y-axis also. That equations are given in that. Rarely ask a question for the JE only, not for a NEET, not for CET, this part on the inclined surface, projectile motion on the inclined surface.